Hi everybody, Alex Deploy here from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be talking about grid trading. And the good thing is that we have a free downloadable robot that will help you trade the grid system. So when I started trading a long time ago, this is what I had to trade. This was the movement in the market and still is, and every day you'll see this kind of movement. Erratic trending and then sideways trading, and then a unexpected big move in the market like that one over there, and then a recovery, and then a small trend but very erratic with lots of spikes, and spikes like that take out your stops and do all kinds of things. So this is what every trader's challenge is to how do you make money from this kind of movement. So I was being driven crazy by, firstly, negative trades that simply hit your stop, boom, and that's the end of the story. No more discussions, on to the next trade, that kind of trade. Then the more frustrating one was the ones that hit your stop and then eventually go and hit your target at the same time. So that's even more frustrating. If only my stop was smaller, I could have hit my target, that kind of thing. Then the need to spend hours watching charts. Oh, there's a setup, here's the perfect entry, enter now, click, and that type of thing. Really frustrating, because the success rate of those kind of trading, is at best 60 to 70%. And then using techniques that only work some of the time. Some of the techniques are trending techniques, others are trading techniques. The currency can decide when it wants to trend, when it wants to trade, and it's very difficult to select the correct technique, a sideways technique in a sideways market, or a trending technique in the trending market, but there's no warning when the market's going to be doing that. And then the other frustrating thing was, eventually you find a nice positive trade, you trade it, you enter it, you cash it in, and then it runs another 100 or 200 pips. And you look at it and say, why did I get out so early? There's so many frustrations that I went through. Then the use of lagging indicators. A lot of traders don't realize that indicators are mainly lagging. There are a few ones like the RSI that is a concurrent indicator or even a predictive indicator, but there are a lot of lagging indicators out there. And when looking at the charts look fantastic with these lagging indicators on them, but they do not work in the long run. Then you have these surprise big moves. Somebody stands up and makes a comment randomly out there, and the whole market reacts to this, and you don't know what to do. There's no control. You don't know whether it's going to go up or down or sideways, but it does move in a big way and messes up all your strategies and your planning and everything from then on. And then the up and down trading results. 1 week was positive, then I give it all back the next week, and then so on and so on. And it was driving me crazy. So when I looked at the charts and I said, I don't want to use the charts. I don't want to use technical analysis. I don't want to use indicators. They drive me mad. That I want to trade in such a way where direction does not matter. In other words, I want to make a profit whether the price goes up or whether it goes down. I want to trade in an automated basis, so I don't have to watch the charts, and it's a set and forget. But in spite of all of that, I want to be highly profitable. So that's what I set out to do. So here's what happened. So this is exactly the same chart you saw previously. I said, what if we simply draw grid lines through the areas that the charts trade? So this is how it works. You draw a grid line, it's more or less the same distance. You draw another one, same all the way down. And now you have rules that say, when you start with a buy and a sell at the same time. That makes sure that if the price goes down, you will have a positive trade. If the price goes up, you will have a positive trade. So there I've guaranteed that any trading that I do will result in a positive result. Secondly, what you then do is you're entering a buy and a sell. So when the one leg goes positive, you cash it in immediately. When it touches the other side of the grid, you cash it in. So there your balance on your account has gone up. And then the trick is just to trade this continuously, because the transactions repeat themselves. And you'll see later on how that happens. The rule is actually make sure that there is a buy and a sell at every grid level. That's the one rule. And the other rule is just cash in your positive trade. How simple is that? And it meets all those requirements I showed you earlier. So there we are. So then the next step was, why do we need charts at all? Just draw a grid and as the price, which you don't even see, you don't want to see it. Remember, this is a set and forget, no chart system with no direction. Whenever it happens, and all you need to do is trade this system on this grid without charts. Isn't that fantastic? You don't have to look at the charts. You are free from that need to analyze what the hell is going on, because direction doesn't matter and you're cashing in no matter which way the price moves. Okay, so now here is the initial grid system. So there are different levels of grid system. The initial one is the one that I've just mentioned, where you simply do a buy and a sell. When you start, you cash in the positive transaction, and that arrow crosses that B out. That's what it actually does. And the sell stays open, only to be cashed in way much longer in the future. And the same thing, you open a buy and a sell there, the buy gets cashed in, the sell gets cashed in into the future. Buy and a sell there again, the buy gets cashed in, the sell gets cashed in much earlier, buy gets cashed in much later. And so all you have to do is make sure that there is a buy and a sell transaction at each level, and you cash in the positive trades. That's how it works. Now, I'm not going to go through this particular trading in much detail. You can pause the video and have a look at how it works, how sells get cashed in as the price hits the next grid level. There you see, now, for instance, here's an example of the same transaction repeating itself over and again. There's a sell, there's a sell, there's a sell, there's a sell that has been cashed in. Now, if you want more details about the grid system, what I've just shown you expanded on, here is the best video you can go to. It has been seen by 266,000 people have seen it, and it explains the grid system in quite a lot of detail. As I basically have given you the summary now, please go and watch this video if you're interested in grid trading any further. And if we get back to this system, what has happened here? What has happened? So what happens is you have a whole lot of cash ins, and there should be a line up there, but a whole lot of cash ins here. And so every time we cash in, and in this example, I'm going to assume, and it's not technically correct, that those grid levels, the distance between the grids, are, let's say, 100 pips. So if you've cashed in this case, 19 times, then you would have made 1,900 pips. But what about these open trades that haven't been cashed in? For instance, there's a buy, there's a buy, there's a buy, there's a sell that hasn't been cashed in. So what happens with them is they naturally are carrying loss. So what you do then is you say, all right, what is the result of all of this? 19 positive trades, 1,900 pips. Then you say that the one buy at grid level 3 is minus 300. Other one is minus 200. The other one is minus 100. The buy and the sell at break even is 0. And then the sell in this example is minus 1. So you add all of that up. You say my total negative is minus 700. And then my total cash in is 1,900, and you have a nice gain of 1,200. for doing nothing. No technical analysis, no watching charts, nothing. This gain is just there. If you close all the deals right now, you will be 1,200 pips in profit. So please go and watch that video that I mentioned earlier. That will tell you a bit more about what I'm talking about here. And what then happened is we created a grid trading EA. Now this grid trading EA was most probably 12 years ago. So we created that, we traded it for a long time, and then we created a much better one, which is the grid trend multiplier. And why is it better? It creates all kinds of strategies where you can increase your lot sizing, decreasing your lot sizing, you can increase your grid size, and so on and so on. You can prune the transaction, you can do all kinds of things. So this is the one that we are currently marketing in terms of grid trading. But there's been a huge improvement even since this EA. And we have a whole group of EAs that are now trading the grid system. And one of them is a free EA. It's the Lucky Trader. It trades the grid system and it guarantees 100% success at increasing your account size. It is a free download. There is the download. A particular link to the download will be in the description of the video as well as in the commentary of the video. So please, if you're interested in this thing, go and download this free EA and trade it and see the grid approach playing out. Also, what we do, as I said, we've got numerous EAs trading with the grid system. Here is the Hedge, the RSI Liberty, the Wave Liberty, and the Profit Retriever EA. They all use the grid system to trade incredibly efficiently, and we have bundled all of these EAs into one bundle. And at the moment, there's still a 80% off this bundle. That's an incredible discount that is available for traders who are interested in grid trading and also interested in making lots of money. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have. I get so excited about this technique. If you do have any comments or questions, please leave them in the YouTube comment and section, and please go and watch that video that I've mentioned, and also have a look at those two EAs that I've mentioned. Certainly there's no risk in downloading a free robot and trading it for a while and seeing how the grid system can make a lot of money for you. Just a reminder, clickable links to anything mentioned in the video will be in the description of the video as well as in the commentary of the video. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.